Welcome back to High Speed Outdoors, the most exciting YouTube channel on the web. Right?
For sure.
Okay.
We rock.
I'm pretty excited. I think I'll go sit down. Anyway, at Bill's, we're going to clean up the beach stuff. This bucket has just what's left over from the overburden. This bucket has my cleanup. Not that I actually remember the truth, but it's sort of like that, so we're going to run them separately. And we're going to run it through the sluice and try to get this stuff to work. It's kind of wrinkly, but got a low budget operation going on here, so it'll work. And this is just the overflow from my operation. I'm going to pan that just to see what blew out. Let's see what happens. So we'll come back when I get that cleaned up. Well, you're just going to have to trust me on this one. There's 4 or 5 pieces in there, really tiny. There's a minute chance that they actually are left over from the pan itself. And so, unfortunately, we don't have a way of knowing now where the gold came from. But they're so small I can't get them to show up.
Welcome to High Speed Outdoors.
Yeah, hang on. So that was the blow-by. That was what was left in the tub. Let you make up your own mind about that one. All right, we'll be back in a minute. All right, here's the setup finally. We had a little, we don't have wardrobe malfunctions, we have hardware malfunctions. So I had to swap some of my stuff out for Bill's. But you notice this here, this is a special mat. It's called the Authentic Riverbed mat. It's got all the riffles and the waves and valleys. It works just like a riverbed because that's the way I engineered it. This will be on sale at Popeil's pretty soon, so stay tuned for that. So we're gonna start running the concentrates, and we're gonna catch them, and then we're gonna run them again just to see what we lose. Bill's got the Flintstone shovel, so we know we're gonna have success. Black on black, you can see a lot, right? See that? What's that there? Got a piece of gold already? Okay, we'll do that for a while and then we'll come back. And we finished the short bucket. I couldn't remember if that was the concentrates or the leftover that I didn't want to tap out of the raw sand. And then there's this one which has got a whole lot more in it. You didn't find much gold in this run, the little bit of sand, just 2 or 3 pieces that are visible. But there's so much glare I can't show it to you. There's one right there. Trust me. And I don't see any others. But we're just gonna keep it all together, and we're gonna run this, and hopefully we'll get a little bit more, and then maybe we can show you. We just noticed something about the very end of the sluice, the aluminum itself. Right there, you see that black line? There's nothing underneath it, nothing under here. But that black sand is attaching itself to the very end of the sluice and being held there. It can't be magnetic, so it must be static from the water, negative pressure. If anybody knows more about that, go ahead and tell me. That's my guess. That's kind of cool. See if I can. There you go. That's kind of neat. Last scoop.
Back of the scoop. Oh, fell off.
Yeah, threw the gold on the floor. Make sure we can see that. Okay, we're going to turn the water off. We're done, but it's kind of want to give you guys a chance. We were wondering what that would happen. What would happen to the line of sand there on the end? All right, go ahead and kill it. There it goes. Yeah. And all that came from, oops, right along there. Okay. We saw a few pieces, but not many. I got sawtooth there, and that's just carpet runner here. We'll let you know. Okay, so this is cleanup out of the mat and what was under it. A lot more than I expected. And probably pan it back to look at it and then maybe pan it half at a time just because there's so much. So we'll do a quick reveal for you and then we'll work it all out later. Okay, there's gold in it, way back in it, so it's like it's creeping out. And we'll see what I can do here to get you a view of that. There we go, there's something right in there. Can't really see them. There's 2 or 3 pieces. They're kind of the bigger shiny ones. Right off my shadow of my finger there. Where is my finger? Right there. Right in there. So we'll keep going. Got a little bit. So I don't know, let's see. So there's that. Right there. And then there's this. That's magic gold. Really fine. You see it looks white. So we're going to run it again through Dream Mat and pan it out and see what we get second time around, unless we get tired. Debubbling the Dream Mat. We're going to run Dream Mat this time, and I can't remember where I put it now. Over here. Yeah. So that I'm going to run this again, and I'm going to run that again. That's the overburden that washed off, or the wash, or whatever the technical term might be. And this is some fresh beach sand. No, actually, not fresh beach sand, but this is from You know what? I'm gonna stop talking because I can't remember.
Yeah, from about a year ago. Same beach.
Yeah. We took our little brother there, and it rained really hard, and they ate most of my donuts and drank most of my coffee while I was on the beach, and they were in the car. But so that's where that came from. So we were just going the other way, the other way. There you go. We're going to run it over the dream mat and see what happens. And once again, the glare is amazing. Piece of gold. That's left over from mine. That's my gold. I found that. All right, we'll come back. Sorry, I can't stop the glare out here.
That's my personality.
Well, you do have a personality. Just don't know what type yet. I don't think they got a classification for it.
That's the way I like it.
That's enough of that. All right. Don't forget to rinse your scoop for me. I don't want to get it all mixed up. Yeah, same to you. You know how to rinse that okay?
Oh, it's so clean I'd eat ice cream out of it.
I'll go get you some. Perfect. I'm taking that bucket home. I'm gonna sluice the runoff from my time, and that's the catch from the time we went with my little brother to the beach. So we're gonna pan that out. So we'll get back to you and show you what's going on. All right, well, we're going to run some of this. Bill had it on his porch, and this is pretty special. This is from, oh yeah, Over Yonder Canyon. That's from Over Yonder. Onions in your nose canyon. This is from Over Yonder Canyon. So it's pretty special. And we're just going to run it on the dream mat. Just like we were in a river. Turn that up a little bit. Realign this. Rookie. Okay, now we got it. Alright, we'll see what we end up with there. I don't even want to bet. I have a feeling it's going to be nicer gold, actually. Oh, and plastic. I'm not sure if you'll be able to see it, but this is the wash from my makeshift cleanup mat that we re-ran over the dream mat, plus a little bit of sawtooth. And I bet you're not going to be able to see this, but we'll try. You can see a little bit there. So we were talking about what's better. Run it over cleanup sluice or run it over a couple of aggressive styles. And then pan it. With aggressive, you're going to have to pan more. Or maybe I need a better cleanup setup. But I lost gold on the cleanup. And I caught it, or most of it, or some of it, running with this aggressive. I'm not going to say that Dream Mat's awesome, because anything that slows the water down and creates a vortex is going to do something. But so I'll go with aggressive rather than the brand. So I think aggressive is the answer. Bill likes the idea of panning less, you know.
It all boils down to if you got gold and what you're trying to get gold out of. That's what it comes down to. There's a million different ways to get the gold out of the material. So, you know, you can pan it, you can sluice it, you can run it through a micro mini sluice thing if you want to. It's just, but you got to have gold in your material. And that's part of the fun of prospecting, is finding areas where you find some gold.
Have fun. Yeah, the old proverb, gold's where you find it.
You want to say that?
Yeah, gold's where you find it. But I kind of wonder if I pan that again a little more careful, I might even get some more, but I ain't gonna. So let me know what you guys think, because I'd like to hear some other wisdom. So I'm tired of listening to Bill.
No, you're not.
Alright, so this is the concentrates from the Over Yonder stuff. We may never go back to Over Yonder. It doesn't look very good, didn't see any black sand, but we don't know what's in the bottom of that, so we'll look at it after he pans it out. It doesn't take the old coot 6 years to do it. You done yet?
I'm on my third pan.
Okay. Oh, we'll be back.
Look at all the, look at all the 9-shot BBs.
A whole bunch of lead in there. There's my finger right there. Yep.
Yeah, that was a bust.
Yeah.
Maybe 2 pieces.
I see one right there.
There's another one to the left of that, right? Yeah, right there.
Right there.
That was a joke.
Oh well. Won't know unless you look.
That's right.
So, since you sold the trellis, I guess you're buying dinner.
Yeah, I'm on dinner.